Next is Erin Raese. She is from Annex Cloud, one of our tech partners, and is going to talk a bit about reframing loyalty. Erin? Oh. All right, thank you.
Hi, everybody. How are you? Having a good time? It's a pretty amazing event. Learning a ton, lots of interaction, great networking. Thank you, Spryker, for putting this on. Really, really appreciate it. So, as I was thinking about what to come here and speak to you all about, I thought, well, I have to put myself in your shoes. So, what's keeping you guys up at night? Probably some of the same things. Yeah, isn't he funny? The same things that are keeping me up at night. We're thinking, we still have COVID, it's still affecting our business. There's the war that's affecting our businesses. There's inflation. I mean, just last night we were talking about the prices of the hotel rooms here in Nashville. It's like, holy cow, what's going on? We are definitely facing a recession ahead of us, so times are going to be changing, and we all have to be thinking about how to deal with that. In addition, are there any marketers in the room? Okay, good. I thought there'd be more. But we are dealing with other things where there's no more cookies and all the privacy laws that are out there now, and more difficulty in how are we going to be communicating with our customers. So how are we all handling this? Anyone feeling stressed? You can show your hands. All right, anybody like me just want to put the blinders on and kind of forget that, hope that it'll all just go away and wake up the next day and it's gone? Anybody out there that just has the idea of, hey, bring it on, I got this, I'm super resilient? All right, well, couple, woohoo, all right. Well, hopefully after this session, we're all going to say, bring it on. Because what we're going to talk about today is a little bit different than some of the things we've been talking about so far. We're going to focus on our customers. We're going to talk about what we can do to make sure that we are ahead of the game when this is all over. I'm going to give you stats. I'm going to share some case studies, and that you can take out to your CFO and say, hey, I've got a plan, and we're going to do this. Sound good? All right, so a stat that you all know, 20% of your customers are delivering 80% of your business. But my question back to you is, do you know who those 20% are? Can you identify them? Are you talking to them? Do you have any data on them? At this point in time, we need to know who those people are, and we need to be able to put a fence around them. And we need to be building that engagement. Another stat for you. Retention is important. Jose mentioned retention a little bit. If you can retain an additional 5% of your customers, you could increase your profitability by 75%. Doesn't seem like a whole lot. Just 5% can give you a huge, huge benefit. This isn't my data. This is a Bain number, so kick the tires on this quite a bit. It is true. Now, taking this a little bit further, as I mentioned when we talked about your top 20%, you need to know who they are. You need to be interacting with them. What is an interaction? An interaction is like ratings and reviews. So we're all Spryker clients. We know that they have a relationship with Bazaar Voice. Add that in. Get your customers reviewing your products. Works for B2B, B2C. Get that interaction. If you're B2B, maybe there's a tutorial on your products or something that you want people to learn. That's an interaction. Content, other articles or information that you just want to share that could be valuable to your customers, interaction. So a customer that's going to interact with you is going to spend 250% more than the customer that is only transacting with you. So you've got to get those interactions, you got to make it happen. One more stat to share with you, or set of stats to share with you. Your loyal customers. Your loyal customers, just like the customers we're seeing here of Spryker's, they are going to refer you. They're going to refer you to family, friends, depending on the kind of business that you are. 86% of them are. That's exciting. That's a whole sales force that you now have that's going out on your behalf, bringing in new customers. So again, you got your best customers, you're retaining more, now you're going to utilize your best customers to bring you more customers. Those customers that are being referred by your best customers are worth 16% more than customers you're bringing in from any other of your marketing activities. Pretty incredible, right? Have you? Follow me here? All right. So now we talked about, okay, so yes, engage customers equals success. So we've talked a lot about what customers do for your business. Now let's talk a little bit about customers. We're all customers. So if we put that hat on now and we think about, all right, well, probably things that are on your mind about things you need to buy and things you forgot when you were at home, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to come home and the refrigerator is going to be empty or something. What do you expect? So what are you doing? Maybe you're already dialing up Amazon, you placed your order, and Amazon's going to deliver. So we're a finicky group. We have really, really high expectations of the companies that we're interacting with. And now, especially because of COVID, we're seeing that you're kind of melding from as a consumer mindset to a business mindset. So B2B customers are just as finicky as the B2C customers, because that's what we're used to as people, right? So customers are expecting that you're going to be delivering personalized interactions. And they're going to get really, really frustrated when you don't deliver. So let's think about this. Are we meeting expectations? Are we getting there with our customers? 89% of us, this is a Forrester stat, are investing in personalization. I would guess everybody in this room is investing in personalization, right? So we're probably 100% on that right here. Kudos to us. But only 40% of customers are actually feeling that relevance. So we have a good deal of work to do, but let's talk about how we're going to get there. So to meet customers' expectations and to be able to deliver this engagement that these customers need, we need to collect data. So how many people are collecting data so far? We're collecting emails, right? We're probably allowing customers to make an account on our website, right? Anybody collecting other data or maybe NPS scores? Anybody collecting profile information, asking customers a little bit more about themselves and putting that in their profile? Anybody? Great, terrific. So you collect the data, and then you need to action on it. So that's, I think, the next step that a lot of people could have some challenges with, is how do you then take that action? And now in today's world, thanks to those privacy laws we talked about, we need to do it with consent. So I had a conversation, it was interesting, a prospect, a grocer actually, came to us and wanted to talk to us about loyalty. And they said, okay, well, instead of putting you guys through a 2-hour demo, let's get a half an hour. Let's just talk through what our requirements are. We got on the phone. They started talking about their requirements. It's, how do we discount? It's just discount. Can we discount by product? Can we discount by product line? Can we discount by groups of products? Can we discount in the shopping cart? Can we do all this? We're like, check, yes, whatever. We got through that conversation. Then we had about 10 minutes left. And they turned around and they asked us, they said, well, what do you guys, do you have anything else to share? Anything else you guys can offer to us? And I looked at them and I said, well, what about your customer experience? What do you want your customer experience to be? Do you want it just to be discounts? So taking this grocer as an example, they know Mary. We all raised our hand when we said we had the email address, so we know who Mary is. We've got her email, so great, we can send her discounts. Cool. But what if we knew that Mary was a gourmet cook and a vegetarian? What could we do now? Could we make her life easier? Could we be offering something different? Further, what if we know she's a mom and a wife? Her husband's on a keto diet. Daughter has peanut allergies. Son plays football and just eats everything in sight, large quantities. What could we do with that? So to meet the expectations of our customers, we need to be personalized and create a dialogue that's meaningful. And yes, loyalty can help you get there. Anybody in the Starbucks program? Yeah, come on, there's more than you there in that. So Starbucks has us, right? We have them on our app. So we take Starbucks with us everywhere we go. We can easily place our order, pay, everything from the app. They also are engaging us in the app. They have games. I've talked to so many people that their guilty pleasure is talking about, yeah, I'm actually playing these games. I don't know why, but I'm playing these games, right? You're probably playing them right now. So what has Starbucks done? They've gotten us to spend 250% more. Yep, that's us. Those of us that have this app are spending 250% more than the person that's just walking in off the street. So we're buying 250% more $6 coffees. Good for us. All right, how about this one? Anybody familiar with Ulta Beauty? You know, there's a lot of men in the room, so I'm not sure, but the women are shaking their heads. Great, yeah, they're a very interesting story. So Ulta Beauty started as a discounter. They grew quickly, but they were a discount brand. That also meant that they couldn't get the likes of, say, Estee Lauder and all of their brands on their shelves because they didn't want to be associated with discounts. So they grew really fast as a discounter, and then shareholders came in and said, okay, that's great. What are you going to do for me now? We need more. And so they realized that they needed to go up market. They needed to become a full-price retailer and do things differently. So how do you change customer behavior that's been conditioned for discounts to move into this wholly different model and not lose all the business you have? So what Ulta did is they created a loyalty program. They raised their prices. They got in the Estee Lauder brands. And they said to their existing customers, if you want to still get the value that you were getting before, you need to join the loyalty program. And you know what? They did. So now, of all of Ulta's transactions, 98% of those are loyalty transactions. So what does that mean? That means that Ulta knows who their best 20% customers are. Who are those 20% that are spending all the 80% of the, making all the 80% of the purchases? They know who those people are. They also have a whole lot of people that they can go to increase that 5% retention. They have the tools, they have the ability, now they can go out there and do that. So loyalty creates a really strong value exchange for you, and you're able to do it with consent. So I talk about loyalty a lot, and I see faces around here when I talk about loyalty, and then you kind of roll your eyes and you think about what the grocer thought about discounts, right? And you're thinking about earn points, get junk, right? Stuff. But what loyalty can really do for you is create this dialogue that's going to keep those best customers coming back. It's going to allow you to increase that retention that you so desperately need to, especially during these tough times. So if we go back to that grocery example, Mary and her family, and if the grocer went out the way they're looking at going out right now with a bunch of discounts, they're going to get Mary's purchase, right? Of course. But what if, I guess what happens when their competitor across the street offers discounts and those go away, so she's going to move around to wherever the best offers are. But if the grocer went to her and said, okay, I've found a whole bunch of recipes that fit all the dietary needs of your family. I've curated all the ingredients and put them on our website. All you need to do is go on the site, click all the ingredients that you don't have in your house right now, hit shopping cart, hit checkout, hit delivery, and all of a sudden those items are showing up on her doorstep today or tomorrow, very, very conveniently. You've just made Mary's life so much easier. You've created such an incredible value for her that she's not going to go anywhere else. And then she's going to go to the football games, and she's going to tell all of her friends about it. And they're all going to come, and they're going to want and expect, but it's okay, because now you have the mechanisms to be able to deliver on that same kind of experience. It is possible. We have a client, North Face, and they had one of those loyalty programs that none of us like a whole lot, very transactional. It worked. They had a positive ROI, but it didn't do what they knew it could do. So they revamped it. They changed it. So now if you go out and you go onto North Face, I should ask, is anybody part of the North Face program? Okay. Well, go check it out, especially if you're an outdoorsy kind of person. It's really interesting. So now you sign up for the program, and then once you do, they start asking you in a very interactive, very fun way questions about what's important to you. Do you like to camp? Do you like to hike? Where do you like to go? Where have you hiked before? Where are you expecting to go? And now they're serving back to the customer information about, oh, you want to go to Yellowstone? Okay, let me tell you what's there. Let me tell you what you can expect. Here are tips. Talk to some people in our community about their experiences. So they're giving all this additional information, and then, oh yeah, by the way, here's all the gear you're gonna need when you go. And what that has done for them is that has increased revenue for the organization by 33% in just the last year, just since they launched it. That's not just for the loyalty program. That's 33% of the overall revenue for the company is because they changed the way they did their loyalty. Right? You guys all ready to bring it on? All right. Thank you. That's it. Thanks, everybody.